Hello, world. We are going to talk about our favorite subject, sex and love, right? So, let's talk about love first. Love is when we love another person almost more than we love ourselves. Sometimes we do love them more than we love ourselves. So, in order for us to give our love and share our love, we must protect them as much as possible by providing information, being dedicated, obligated, and truly giving everything we have to only them. Being sacred with our bodies and protecting both of you, yourself, and your partner. So, regardless of most religion states that we should wait until we get married. But let's keep it real. That's hard to do. I mean, you got some that does, and it's some that have to have sex every day. According to most of the biblical teaching, if you cannot refrain from that flesh, you should marry. That's a fact. Let's talk about facts. We got some more facts for you, okay? All right. So, we always have this little myth about sex, and it is very enjoyable, right? It comes with some consequences if we are not responsible. We can be responsible, but we must know the facts. Let's talk about the number one facts. We'll start from the top, work ourselves to the bottom, right? Bottom, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about sex, baby. All right. Just you and me. Let's talk about sex. Sex education 101. Now, we know that syphilis number is high in the United States, right? So let's tackle it starting today. Now, STD, I try to come up with these acronyms, still sex till disease. Then I thought about, how about sexual trauma diagnosed? Okay, I know, I laugh at myself. And hopefully you are smiling or laughing with me because it's real, okay? Nothing wrong with laughing, but it's still a real topic, very serious, and I want to team up with you so that if you cannot wait until you're married or until you're in a monogamous relationship, at least you can still be smart about it, right? Okay, so STDs can be contracted several ways. We can get it in our mouths. It used to be years ago, me and the 400 years back. You remember they was giving syphilis? Well, now they're not giving it. People are getting it. So there's a lot of YouTube. Some of them is so realistic. If you go out and you not sure if you can catch it, if you're having sex and you keep having sex with other or a number of individuals, you might find it. Okay, but you don't have to. All right, so it can be passed on from oral sex. These are the diseases that you can get through oral sex: chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, HPV, and HIV. Wow. Those are the goodness, that's kind of all of them, right? That is not funny. This is a serious matter. but it's serious, but it's the serious type that you can control. You have control over it. The areas of initial infections is throat, genitalia, urinary tract infection, and rectums. Okay, so it didn't say monkeypox on here. So we know monkeypox is not really a sexual transmitted disease, but it is a viral, and it is contacted through skin-to-skin contact, saliva, and droplets. Well, that number's high. It's been stable a little bit. So let's not forget, we don't have to have another endemic. Okay, so we can avoid that. I also wanted to talk to you about protection. So if we are using the protection the best our abilities and correctly, we can have a little fun and be smart about it, right? When I say we, you can have a little fun, be smart about it. Abstinence is the best policy, right? But let's keep it on an honest and realistic way. Everyone do not want to be abstinent, or practice it, or celibacy, or whichever you want to call it. But I think we can say most individuals like to have their own mate and be monogamous. Then you can be comfortable and enjoy it. You won't be stressed out when you having separated from your mate. And you can have trust them. You won't be embarrassed going into the doctor office or going to a clinic, even to be around your friends. FYI, if you are a female and you do not get treated for any STIs or STDs, it will cause very serious complications for you, from not being able to have children to pelvic inflammatory diseases, and the list goes on because of the way our bodies are made. Men get away with some of it because most of the times their symptoms can't be hidden. It's kind of like out there. It's really kind of hard, but they need to realize that men need to realize that if you do have multiple girlfriends, even though you may not be showing symptoms or anything, but you can still pass it on from one female to the next. So do be mindful if you really care about your women, and you don't want to get caught. You don't want to get caught. Do it the right way. All right. Don't do it at all. But if you're going to do it the right way. All right. So I am going to show you some fun things on putting on condoms, and they do have inner condoms for women. I hope that someday we can come up with better protection as far as the syphilis and herpes, things like that can be contracted outside of the womb, or vaginal area, private parts. So maybe some shorts, some plastic shorts, something, I don't know. Anyway, okay, I got off the subject a little bit because this is real and it is a conversation that you need to have, whether it's with your mate, your children, if you have foster kids, unfortunately, anyone that could possibly have already had some type of contact or talking about having contact, even curious when it comes to looking in different ways. We know our children. So what's the earliest age to start talking to them? I'm going to say use your best judgment, because some children are fast and curious really early. And unfortunately, we have a lot of predators out there that may have already exposed them. They may so already kind of know, not in their will, but I already have been abused. I know, so that's really sad. I hate to even think about it, but on the adult end, sometimes once you go there, you can't go back. So if that's the case, and they understanding some things, talk to them about protection, prevention. I'm going to say to wait until they're married or they have found a person that loves them for who they are and not their bodies, because there's so much involved spiritually. Okay, so let's be smart about it and share the knowledge that you have. Okay, stop the spread. Oh, goodness gracious, this is a topic that's supposed to be enjoyable. Unfortunately, because of the high numbers in sexual transmitted diseases, we are not being responsible. So, as stated, there's a lot of clinics around. You can talk to your provider office. I always say prevention is everything. Since I am not a licensed nurse or a doctor, I can only tell you where to find information, maybe give you some common sense knowledge, and listen to your body. If you're doing things that don't feel right, smell right, then you want to talk to your provider. There's several ways to do that. As stated, I am a licensed insurance broker. So you do have insurance. You can do virtuals. There's other things that may be able to be communicated to a provider or someone that can help you and get you some medicine to get you cured. That is all I care about right now, is that you know prevention, you know how and where to get help, and save your pockets by just being smart about it. Okay. All right. So guess what? I got a little tutorial that's coming up next. All righty. That got bored. Goodness gracious. Sex supposed to be fun. All right. Let's have a little fun with it. Okay. So this is a condom, and we have placed it on a water bottle. So this thing stretch. It's pretty hard to break. So, use them. Good afternoon. I wanted to talk about the information that's being provided on HIV and AIDS. When we usually do see commercials or advertisement, it does have a lot of homosexuality and minority culture. Let's not get that mistaken, because it doesn't have a culture when it comes to HIV and AIDS. You can catch it a number of ways. A lot of times, if you and your partner is not monogamous, it's always a chance that even if you're straight and never stepped outside, of your beliefs or culture. If you're not 100% sure that your mate is doing the same, then you have a chance of contacting it. The same is if you worked in a medical field, you can still be at risk for getting it. So knowing your status is important. Avoiding things is just as important. So we know the ways to contract the HIV or AIDS. We know what to do. So with that being said, you've never seen one of these before. This I did pick up from the I picked it up from Parent Planning Hood. So if you've never seen one of these, you probably want to go up there and get one for yourself, because these do protect you against a lot of things, not just HIV, AIDS, but it keeps you the chances of catching other STDs or STIs or whatever. Your chances are very slim. It would have to break, and it still didn't break. So I'm popping it, and it's still not breaking. So it can catch, doesn't stop you from contracting some things like syphilis and herpes. Those are skin contact, so you do not, you're not protected against those type. Probably the monkeypox if the bumps are on your skin. So anything that says that is skin to skin contact, you probably can catch it outside the condom. But for most STDs, you can avoid them with condoms. If you are allergic to latex, you may want to talk to a professional at Parent Plan Hood or your provider office. There's nurse lines. If you have insurance, there is CDC line where you can call to see where to pick up condoms. Sometimes they even free. So just be aware and alert and know how not to contract it. We can slow the spread of HIV AIDS with just being proactive and being smart about the decisions you make in your life. Okay? Be smart. All right. We want you around a long time. Have a good day.